party people! Welcome once again to the Party of One podcast, where the gaming table is always set for two. I am your host, as always, Jeff Stormer. This week I am joined by MC Blackwolf for a game of Technoir by Jeremy Keller. MC Blackwolf is a Philadelphia-based rapper. His new EP, Redacted, is available now, and you should check it out because it's really good. Technoir, of course, is the game of hard-boiled drama in a high-tech world. It is a game we've played before on the show. It is a game that I really enjoy. I cannot wait for you to hear it. So, without further ado, let's throw it over to me in the past so he can get started with the show. Take it past me. Thanks, future me. This week, my guest is MC Blackwolf. Blackwolf, thank you for coming on Party of One.
Thanks for having me, Jeff. I love when you do the future me, past me thing.
I'm glad to hear that. I get so worried that people are tired of that bit, because I'm not tired of that bit even a little bit.
I think the more times that I've heard you do it, the funnier it has gotten.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So, Blackwolf, up top, why don't you talk about anything you'd like our listeners to know about, and where they might know you from, where they should know you from, all that kind of good stuff.
Sure. I'm a Philadelphia-based rapper. I perform shows, and I have a new EP out. You can find it at mcblackwolf.com.
Excellent. Yeah, cool. So, we're going to play Technoir this week. It is a game we've played before on the show. It's a game I'm a big fan of. I think it really does a great job of emulating noir tropes in like a sort of cyberpunk, semi-dystopic future. I'm really excited about it. So why don't you introduce your character this week?
Sure. My character's name is Carson. The Blur is his handle online. He's basically he moved out of town. And he moved back into town after being away for a while. He's always kind of been very straight-laced for a criminal, very by the rules, by the book. You don't have vices. And then he lost his arms in a car accident and had cyber arms put in, and then he became addicted to having cyber alterations to his body. So that's kind of like why he does it, and he became indebted to Lauren Truba?
Lauren Truba.
To pay for his many alterations.
Alright, excellent. So we are playing in the Los Angeles Sprawl, which is the setting of when we played last time. Sort of the big picture is it is sort of this weird halfway point between reality and the Matrix, because kind of everybody is hooked up to it because everybody is in the entertainment industry, and so it's really all like, glitz and glamour hiding a sort of rotted tooth situation underneath. Yeah. It's like a mouthful of sugar hiding just the filthiest smile.
It's just all cavities.
Yeah.
Cigarette teeth.
Yeah. Mountain Dew teeth. It's the Mountain Dew teeth of cities.
Yeah.
So what is your character doing on, let's say it is a Thursday night, 11:30 p.m.?
He is driving.
Okay.
He has a Goblin.
Cool.
And he spends all of his time driving in the Goblin.
So what does his car look like? What does his Goblin look like? Is it a nicer one? Is it beat up?
It's all black, and it's kind of made to look like an antique car.
Okay. So it's like a modern car that's been done up to look antique.
Right.
I like that.
Like, it's clearly still the futuristic car. It just has all the accents from...
Right.
Antique. And by antique, I mean, like, I guess now.
So, yeah, right. Vintage 2016, yeah.
Right. It's a vintage 2016. So it just kind of looks like a Prius.
Got it. Perfect.
But that's, like, totally cool for them right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's super cool. It's retro. Like,
right,
it's
exactly.
chic. So you're driving your Prius Goblin down the highway. The lights overhead, it's passing under all the neon lights. The street lights, the neon lights in the distance of the city. You get a call on your, your dashboard phone, basically.
Okay. Would I pick it up on my, is that what a head jack would be?
Yeah. Let's say that's exactly what it would be. So yeah, you get a call, you hear a ringing in your ear from your head jack of a call coming in, and you can tell that it's from Lauren Truba.
Okay. All right. I'm very loyal. I've worked for Lauren Truba, I feel like, before I became indebted to him. And when I had the accident, he, like, stepped up. So I'm very loyal, so I answer immediately.
Okay. Carson, my man, how you doing? How you feeling? How was surgery? How was the most recent? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Great. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm calling about that money that you owe me.
Yes.
So, just wanted to check in on that, and I had an opportunity for you if the answer is not what I want, is not good. So is it good? Is the answer good?
Well, you know, I would do whatever you want me to.
I like that. That's why you're my guy. That's why you're my guy, Carson. So, listen, I need you to come by the Troubadour as soon as possible because I don't feel super comfortable talking about this on the phone. You know how it is with business stuff.
I've already shifted. I have like the cyber eye implants. I've already shifted my like GPS so that I know like can get there as fast as possible. And I tell like how long is that going to be?
I'd say probably like it's a half-hour drive, but you could make it in 20 if you drive recklessly.
Okay, I tell them I'll be there in 15.
Excellent. Yeah, so 15 minutes later on the dot, because you're a good driver. You pull up. There's a valet waiting, and he's like, yeah, hello, how are you? You're the Blur? Yes?
The Blur,
I've been told to stash your car in our premium lot.
I kind of hesitate to hand him the keys, and then I'm like, don't let anything happen to it.
Oh, of course not. Mr. Truba has ordered us to take the most care of this car.
All right,
we only do the best for our VIPs.
I hand him the keys.
Great. He drives it into the lot. You head inside. It is like a modern-ish. It's like a modern club that is trying to look like an old like swing bar.
Okay.
But done by people that don't quite know what that would look like.
Sure.
So you walk in, so it's like people in modern outfits doing swing music.
Right, okay. On like electronic instruments.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So Lauren comes out and he is this big fat guy in like a white jacket and pants with a purple shirt that's open. Maybe one button too low.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a hairy chest.
Right.
And he's like, hey, there's my guy.
Mr.
There's
Truba.
my guy.
And I shake his hand.
His hand's real sweaty. It's real sweaty.
I don't wipe it off.
Great. So he turns around, he waves you into his office.
The moment he turns around, I wipe it off on my shirt.
Yeah. And you know what? He respects you for that. Like he knows you did it and he doesn't say anything.
But I don't do it in his face.
Right. So he walks you back. There, in his office, there's two guys with like stinger pistols sticking out of their belt loops, just as like security.
Okay.
And he sits down behind his very nice Corinthian leather chair. I'm sorry, Corinthian pleather. He's not that fancy. He sits down behind his Corinthian pleather chair and he's like, listen, I got a job for you. I could pay you at least 5 creds, maybe 6 if you're quick about it. I mean, I know that's not all that you owe, but I feel like that's certainly a start.
Whatever you need, sir.
An associate of mine, you know Revolver Jim the Revolver?
Sure, Revolver Jim.
Yeah. He was having some enhanced negotiations with a client, some low-level cybernetics dealer. Long story short, he did not have the supplies that we needed, so he's out of the picture. However, the problem is it got a little messy, and, things got hot. A gun was used. A real nice Gat-O-Matic. Like, one of these great semi-automatic pistols. It's top of the line. And it had to get used, unfortunately. We try to avoid it, but it was inevitable. And son of a bee sting, Revolver Jim stashed it somewhere near the murder scene. He just wasn't thinking. He won't be thinking anymore at all because of that mistake. But so I need you to go head towards head that direction, pick it up, and get back to me by morning because in the morning the cops are going to have the whole area locked down.
They haven't been there yet?
Not to my knowledge. They may be there. Like they may start to be trickling in, but he didn't see any sirens or lights, and I'm not sure they called the police.
Okay.
So
then there's no time to waste.
Yeah. So if you could get over there, and he gives you the address, and it's by the dock, like the shore. It's by the docks.
Sure.
You know, the type of place where people meet for illicit deals.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, watch out for the Sinset. You know, they're in the area. It's their turf. They might be around.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. You know the Sinset because you're a synthetic junkie as well. They are they're a street gang that runs that that neighborhood of like highly cybered up guys.
Okay.
They're like a cybernetic gang.
Okay.
So he gives you the address. It's going to be about a 45-minute to an hour drive. You could probably make it in half hour to 45.
Okay. If there's nothing else, let's do this. I'd like to do this as fast as possible.
All right, I like that. I like that initiative. And he tosses you like 3 creds, and he's like, half now, half when you get back.
I hand it back to him. I say, keep it.
I like you.
I owe him the money, so.
I like you. All right, so you've paid off three creds of debt, which is good because you have 20.
Right. I'm gonna get back to my car as fast as possible.
Okay. Do you tip the valet?
I don't have any money.
Great. He's a little peeved, but actually, I'm gonna say that this is gonna require some interaction because because he's gonna be annoyed, and in order to get your car back, you're gonna have to do something to placate him.
Okay. With cokes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're gonna treat this as a coax action.
Okay.
He's gonna defend against it. His coax is low, so you have to get at least a 2.
Okay.
Now, you have 3 push dice that you can use to trigger your adjectives or your equipment if you think any of those can help you.
Okay. So, that would be patient, fast, and ace. Those are the three adjectives I chose.
Yeah.
And then just any adjectives based on those.
If you feel like one of those 3 adjectives can help you in this, you can choose to use one of the you can use one of them.
Sure.
Or if one of your pieces of equipment, if something about them you feel like would help you.
Okay, so does he ping as being cybernetic at all? Is he connected?
He's definitely he's not cybernetic, but he has one of those. He has a head patch.
Okay.
But one of the external patches that allows him to connect.
Okay. So I'm just gonna as I'm walking up, I'm just gonna level with him. I'm gonna be like, look, man, I owe Lauren. I owe Lauren big. I can't spare it.
Man, okay, so make me a coax roll. You want to get at least a 3, rolling your 2 dice.
And that's combined?
No, just whatever your high roll is your result.
I got a 4 and a 2.
Okay, yeah. So you have put an adjective on him.
Lenient?
Yeah, I'll call it lenient. I think that's a good one.
All right.
And I don't see any reason to make this more than a fleeting adjective for now. So I feel like he'll let you slide because he's like,
okay.
Well, listen, man, why do you think I'm working here? Because I owe him 35 for services rendered. Don't ask.
I'll get you when I get back.
All right, cool. Appreciate it. He swings around. You have your car immediately. It is in pristine condition. Actually, there's a few like parts where it's been polished because
Oh,
you're in the VIP lot and they take care of you.
yeah. I
Okay.
feel a little bit like shit that I didn't have any money.
So you're heading to you're heading to the docks. It's about an hour away, maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
You can take the quickest way, which is to get on the highway, but then you risk traffic and traffic cops.
Okay. Can I check through the cyber eye, like Google Maps?
Yes, you can. Yeah. So what I'm going to ask for is a roll of your. I'm going to call it detect or hack. Either way, I guess it's the same, and then you can choose to add your cyber eye to that. So you'll roll 3 dice.
Okay. So I'm gonna
And
do.
for
Does the head jack combine with the cyber eye so it's not? It's like. Can I add both of them or can I only add one item?
you can choose to add both. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
And I'm going to say the difficulty to put an adjective of like clear on, I guess, traffic would be. I'm going to say a 3, so you want to roll a 4 or better.
Roll a 4 better, and I'm using so detect, which is 2, then the head jack and the cyber eye. So I'm rolling 4 dice, and I'm trying to get 4 better. And I got that was good. I got a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 4.
Excellent. Now you have a choice to make.
Okay.
Because the way that the Technoir works,
Sure.
you have these push dice.
Okay.
You discharged 2 of them to use 2 adjectives from your head jack and cyber eye.
Okay.
Which means you have 1 left that you can spend. Now,
Sure.
the choice that you have is you can choose the adjective of empty for the highway.
Okay.
You can sort of decide if you want it to be fleeting, which is like it'll be fine for now, but it might clog up later, like
Sure.
it's real quick, or lasting, which is until something of note happens.
Sure.
But if you choose to make it a lasting adjective, I get a dice to make your life difficult later.
Well, I feel like if I only have this one push dice left.
Well, and you'll get the other 2 back the next time you do a thing, but I'll keep this one until I make your life difficult.
Okay, so if
Because there's 2 levels of spending dice in the game. You discharge them when you use them in a roll,
Sure.
and then they come back to you. And then you burn them to make adjectives lasting, which means that I get it, and then I give it back to you when I use it.
So this means basically like it'll be clear on the way back, or
Yeah, unless something unless action is taken on it.
Sure.
So unless there is like a police lockdown or something,
Sure.
then yeah, then it will stay traffic free for the foreseeable future.
I will try to do that.
Okay, great. So you hop on. You're checking Google Maps. You see that like the other 2 ways you could go are there's traffic on both of them.
Okay.
One of them's like a local route through the roughest part of town, which would probably get you, which is probably the shortest route, but there's a lot of stops and there's a lot of people around who might be asking questions.
Sure.
And then there's also you could cut through like the commercial part of the city because like it's after hours, but it's sort of a roundabout way. So the highway, you're seeing that it's clear and it's probably the most direct.
Okay. I feel like I probably should have asked this earlier. And maybe he did tell me and I just like blanket on it now. But did he tell me where it's hidden in the docks, or he just said the docks?
Well, you asked him that, like, he was giving you details. He doesn't know exactly where it is. You know where the scene of the crime is.
Okay.
It's between, like, warehouses Y and Z.
Okay.
Like, you know where...
I have, like, a rough idea of where it is.
Yeah, but you don't know where the gun was stashed, per se. It's going to require a little bit of, like, poking around, maybe asking some people if they've seen anything, that sort of thing.
Oh, jeez. Okay, have you seen a gun? All right.
So,
So I'm heading down the highway.
yeah, and it is empty, and so we're getting one of those really great long shots of the car, and it's flashing under the lights. It looks real cool.
Yeah.
So you're driving. You get there without a lot of trouble.
Okay.
But when you get there, you see that there is, and like this is a particularly run down part of the docks where like offshore cargo rigs come in
Uh-huh.
for shipping of low end, basically junk cargo.
Okay.
So for people like Truba, this is ideal because like this is where like garbage stuff is shipped in.
Okay.
And so if you're smuggling in like some nice cybernetics, this is probably where you want it dropped off.
Okay.
So you pull up and you see that there is a single future Crown Vic, whatever the Crown Vic of the future is, parked with its lights on. You can see two people inside, but you can't see like who they are specifically. Just like sitting.
Now,
Otherwise, the area is empty.
can I scan to see if it's like, is it a cop? Is it a cop car? Is it like an undercover cop car? Like, can I scan
Yeah,
with like the cyber eye?
Yeah,
Head jack
make me
stuff?
that's gonna be. I'm gonna say that's detect for like putting an adjective on them, something to the effect of exposed.
Yeah. Okay. Exposed.
And you can tag two of your adjectives if you like, or you can save those push dice for use in other things.
Okay.
The difficulty is you have to get at least I'm gonna say a 3, and I'm gonna give you that third push dice back.
Okay. So now I have one push dice left.
You have 3 because
Oh,
I took 1 from you when you spent it earlier, and I'm giving it back.
Okay. So I'm gonna use. If I only have to get above a 3, I'm gonna use just the head jack with detect.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use one of the push dice.
Okay, so you've got 3 dice you're rolling.
Yeah.
You want to get at least a 3.
I got a 3, a 4, and a 1. So.
Perfect. So do you want to make this a fleeting adjective, a lasting, or a permanent one?
I just need to find out if they are cops.
Okay. So, I'm gonna give it a fleeting adjective and say that like, what happens is, how do I want to translate this into a fleeting thing? Okay, I know exactly. I know what it is. Nothing comes up on your scan that says they're cops,
Okay.
but they are momentarily exposed because they see you pull up and like, well, no, they don't see you pull up. But you see them get out of the car, and they're wearing plain clothes, but they're, like, looking around.
Okay.
So whether or not they're cops, they're definitely, like, interested in something in the area.
Okay.
So that's how they're momentarily exposed, but not in a lasting way.
Alright, so they might be, like, detectives or something, like private detectives, or they might be working for a rival boss or something.
Yeah, they could be anything, yeah.
Okay. Are they in the same, like, are they looking around between the two warehouses that I was looking for, to be around?
More or less, like, they're poking around the whole area, but they're poking around the same whole area that you came to poke around, so yeah.
Okay. Alright, so it doesn't seem like they're cops, so I feel like if they saw someone coming, they might, I don't know, they might just start shooting. I was going to say they might move off. Do they seem distracted? Like, what does the area look like?
The area is, you've got these 2 big, long warehouses where, like, knockoff Amazon boxes are stored. So it's these big, long storage warehouses. In between them is, like, a rundown alley. There's a couple big dumpsters. It's an old, rickety wooden dock. And there's a few, like, tugboats and stuff tied up. And there's a few big open spaces where shipping boats could come in.
Okay.
And it's all, like, shallow water and muddy.
Now, so it seems like it could be pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, you don't have a really clear idea of where it is.
Okay. So I'm gonna park my car just like behind a close but other warehouse or on the other side of the warehouse or something.
Okay.
And not really like drive around them, just kind of like act like I was passing by and then park somewhere kind of like
That makes sense.
close by.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to try to sneak around the other side of the alley. From where
Okay. Yeah. So, we'll treat this all as one roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to go through the whole roll process to make sure that listeners at home get it.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is charge your dice, which means that you take all the dice that you've used all the 3 push dice, and they're now available for use.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next thing you're going to do is assemble dice based on the action dice equal to the rating and the verb you're using, which I believe is going to be prowl.
Prowl. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So I have
So you're
2
gonna
prowl dice.
Yeah. For each positive adjective, object, or tag that helps you, you can choose to use one of those push dice.
Okay. I have ace. So if I'm like prowling in the car, like as a pilot, I have ace. So I feel like I'm like.
I would definitely allow that. Yeah, like you're able to. The car is an extension of you. Like
Right.
you're firmly in control. I would definitely buy that.
Okay.
So you can add 1 dice to your pool. Yeah.
All right. And I imagine with the cyber eyes, like if I can like zoom in and stuff and see where they are looking and when to move and like.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, without a doubt.
And so I took the reflex stimulators. Are those also like that's for my body as well, right?
Yeah, that's like nerve ending enhancers to like, yeah.
I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna use all the push dice.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. And I think that makes a lot of sense. The reflex simulators as like, you're kind of reacting to whatever, like, you could, like, they turn down an alley, you turn the car away from that alley, like, yeah.
Right. And when their heads are turned, I turn off the light and.
Yeah.
They're linked. Like that's one of the things I like. Picked the ones that link together.
Yeah.
In the instruction thing, so like my eyes see something and it like connects because they're connected on a network.
For sure. Yeah, I think I would definitely buy that. So you can add all 3 of those dice. The number that you want to beat is you want to beat you just need a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I beat a 3 with all of them.
Great.
I got 3 6s on that one.
Okay.
Maybe I used too much.
You may have, because the next piece of the puzzle is deciding like how long you want that adjective to last, but because you don't have any push dice available,
I can't make it last.
It's going to remain as fleeting. Yeah. So you
Okay.
park the car, you perfectly time it because of your reflexes that that you step out of the car as they kind of get back into their car. You hear one of them grab a radio and is like, "Yeah, no sign of people. So if there was a firefight, they ran off. We're gonna head back."
Okay.
And they kind of start to load into their car.
Oh man, an off-network cop car.
Yeah, they're old school.
Well, it makes sense. That's like how they keep away. Like that's how they get a drop on people like me who are connected to the net.
Yeah.
All right. So, as are they driving off? Or they?
Yeah, they start to drive off. Like they're driving real slowly, but they don't really see you as you like get out of the car.
Okay. Well, I'm patient. I'm gonna wait completely until they're gone if I see that they're leaving.
Yeah, they drive off.
Okay.
So you're by yourself for the moment.
Okay.
So you have a little bit of time to like poke around.
Okay. I'm still gonna move fast because I still feel like if they were here, like it's on their radar to some extent.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run over, but still trying to remain quiet, but kind of get over there as quickly as possible.
So you get to the scene. Mm-hmm. There was clearly a firefight.
Okay.
Like they didn't, like, but you don't see any bodies or anything like that.
Okay.
You do see a few splatters of blood.
Okay.
But no body.
Can I use, like, detect and the cyber eyes to kind of, see if, anything looks out of place?
Yeah. You sort of scan, and you can see that, like, the way that the cyber eye, I'm kind of visualizing it, is it's, like, highlighting certain details
Yeah, yeah.
as it, like, zooms in and gives you a whole camera experience. You can see that certain things have been moved around, and you can kind of see, like, where, like, you zoom in on kind of the blood splatters, and you can kind of tell where the focal point of it is.
Okay.
You can tell that a person was shot, they fell over here, and then their body was moved.
Okay. So the body is gone too. But I'm looking for a gun.
Yeah.
So I look around kind of like in the area to see if there's any... You said that there was like some shallow water?
Yeah, of like where the boats are docked.
Oh, okay. Like how far off from here is that?
Oh, it's not far at all. Maybe like 100 feet. So it's not
Okay.
far.
Alright. Is there anything else that stands out kind of near here?
Like I said, a couple dumpsters, a couple smaller trash cans,
Okay.
some industrial sized shipping crates, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna hope that he went for the dumpster, as much as that sucks. I'm gonna check the smaller trash cans first.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for a roll.
Okay.
So, you're gonna charge your push dice. So you've got them available.
Alright.
And what this roll is gonna be is putting an adjective of, like, searched on the area.
Okay. So, now when you say an adjective of searched, you mean something that's similar to searched? Like...
Yeah, it can be whatever word you want it to be, but something to represent that you've sort of that you've sort of left no stone unturned, so to speak.
Okay. I'm gonna, just have the trash cans, like, is there anyone around?
No, you don't see anyone around.
I'm not trying to touch any trash. I'm gonna have them be overturned. I'm just
Okay.
gonna
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Alright. And so that's detect. I'm gonna use my cyber eye too to just spot anything in there. I got a 5, a 3, and a 2.
Yeah, you definitely do it. So you overturn the trash cans. There's a bit of a racket, and I'll call that. I'm gonna say overturned is probably a good fleeting. So I'm not even gonna feel. I don't feel like you need to spend any dice for that.
Right.
So you overturn the trash cans. You knock them over. There's a little bit of a racket, and sure enough, wrapped up in some old like oily rags.
Yeah.
You see a distinctly gun-shaped thing.
Okay.
Tumble out.
Since it's in the rags, I'm just gonna grab the rags. Is it a gun? Like, can I tell
It's
once
a gun.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tuck it into the back of my pants, just and put my shirt over it, and then just head back to the car.
Okay. I am gonna try to put an adjective on you.
Okay.
As that happens, like the racket,
Sure.
I am going to make a roll.
Uh-huh.
So I have 0 push dice, but I have 3 dice as somebody is trying to spot you.
Okay.
So what is your prowl is 2. Do you want to use any of your adjectives or skills to increase that difficulty? You can use up to 2 push dice.
I am going to... So do I think, like, is there someone that I can hear or see that, like...
Not like readily apparent, no.
Okay. I mean, I feel like then I wouldn't really know that anything was going on.
Okay. Well, then they succeed, and they put a fleeting adjective on you of spotted.
Okay.
So what happens is, like, you find it, and from, like, maybe 1 or 2 warehouses down...
Yeah.
Like, a different pair, but a pair of headlights flash on you. Or, like, turn on.
Okay.
So, like, somebody was watching this all happen from, like, a distance, and they flip on their headlights.
All right. So I'm just gonna act like I'm just gonna like look like start grabbing things from the trash now that like the gun is behind like it in like tucked into my back. Like I'm just gonna act like a homeless person. Like I was just trying to
Sure.
find trash. Like
Okay.
like just going in the bags and like kind of start mumbling to myself like quietly just in case
Yeah.
they're like paying
So,
attention.
so two figures approach you, sort of like backlit from the street light or from the headlights.
Okay.
One of them has, one of them is like a smaller guy in with these big, almost Geordie LaForge like cyber eyes.
Okay.
Like they're clearly black market because they're not kind of like. Well, let me ask you, what does your cyber eye look like? Is it readily? Is it visible from
No.
like with some? Yeah, so it's not nice like yours.
Okay.
These are back alley cyber eyes,
Okay.
and he's got a shotgun stashed on his side, like Omar from The Wire. He's got
Sure,
that.
sure.
Where he's got the shotgun on his side, and next to him is a larger guy in like a vest with no shirt on underneath, and maybe like a snake tattoo on his chest.
Sure.
And he has scarring all over his body that roughly matches that of like reflex stimulators that
Okay.
you would recognize as that
Sure.
because you have them. But they were clearly installed shoddily.
Okay. Now, are they where you said that they turn on the lights? Now, where are they?
About two. I'm gonna say a warehouse. You're between warehouses Y and Z on this block.
Sure.
They're on warehouse V. Like they're in front of warehouse V. So maybe like two warehouses down, away from the highway.
On the opposite side of my car, or is my car between us?
No, yeah, you're on the opposite side of your car.
Okay. So are they? So they're heading towards me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run for the car. Like the
Okay.
moment I realize that they're coming towards me, I'm gonna run towards the car.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for an adjective for a roll.
Okay.
This is going to be a move roll.
Okay.
A difficulty of 4.
All right. And I have fast. So I have how many of my dice should I have here?
All 3 push dice.
Okay. So I have the adjective of fast. So I'm going to use that to push.
Okay. Great.
I can push a different adjective from that.
Yeah. If you want to use 2, you can push 2. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say like what's a good adjective for this? Like
Outrun or outran or even exhausted or.
Sure. I'm gonna say lapped. Like I'm trying to get past them.
That's a good one. No, I like lapped a lot.
All right, and I have the reflex stimulator. But if I push it again, then I lose my push dice for making this permanent.
Oh no, that's if you succeed at the roll, you can choose how long this adjective lasts.
Okay.
And that's when you lose a push dice and I get it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna use these 4 then.
Okay.
All right.
You want to get at least a 4, or you want to get a 5 or 6.
Okay. So I got one. I got a 6, a 4, a 4, and a 3.
Perfect. Now, do you want them to be like? Do you want this to be a fleeting lap?
No, I want to make it to the car and try to get. I want to stay ahead of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you can choose to make it sticky or permanent because you have 2 dice available.
Okay. I'm gonna make it. So sticky is like for the
Sticky
next
is until they take action. So like if they start chasing you in a car, then like it might go away, or they can at least attempt to make it go away.
Sure.
Permanent is like it's just there. Like you will always be 1 step ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that permanent.
Okay, so I am gonna take 2 of your push dice
Sure.
to make your life more difficult later. Okay, so yeah, you start running. One of them, the tiny guy, like hits his ear for his head jack, and you hear him yell, He's a sinner looking dude with a goblin. I don't know. And a moment later, you hear him yell, "It's like one of those antique Prius looking ones. It's real nice. I don't know. You know him or something?" And by that point, you're in the car and you're off. They start to try and like pursue you, but they are not nearly the driver that you are.
Right.
So you're driving, and
Right.
like you're weaving among the few cars that are on the highway as they are like pursuing in like several, maybe two-person goblin cars.
Okay.
But you've got them lapped. You'll probably even get back to the Troubadour like under the time that you said you'd be back.
Excellent.
When you get a call, you get another call.
Okay.
This is when is the last time you spoke to P. Larson?
I think that over the course of the last several months, I've gotten you know, every paycheck or whatever, like every job I did, I got another one, and then I got in debt. So I feel like I just recently, like a week, 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So, yeah, it's P. Larson's calling you.
Okay.
Cyber Surgeon to the stars.
She's another person who I'm very respectful of her. She's done.
Yeah.
I feel like she's a real artist, so I really respect what she does. So I answer immediately.
Hey, Blur, how are you?
Good. This isn't a great time. Is there something I can do?
Blur, are you near the docks right now?
Why?
Blur, why don't you pull over and give them the gun?
I can't.
Blur, do you know what you're in? Where you're in right now? Do you know what you're involved with?
I don't, but I owe someone a lot of money who told me to do this. You know the type of money I owe someone right now.
Trust me, I know exactly how much money you owe because I feel like I've seen most of that money, Blur.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The guy that died,
yeah?
he worked for me. He was my friend.
Okay.
I need that gun so that we can get the guy that did this and the guy that hired him to do this. I don't want you to be on the wrong side of this.
I gotta tell you, that guy's already dead.
Then here's what I'm gonna offer. What's he paying you?
It's not about what he's paying me. I owe him money.
What is he how much of that debt is he offering to cover you?
I respect her, but I'm also, like, realizing that she's in a bad position. So I say 20.
Okay.
Like, implying the full amount that
Right.
I owe him, not... Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, this is okay, here's the situation that I'm in. I can give you 30. If you take those lovely Sinset boys that are driving behind you, that are tailing you.
They're not really tailing me anymore.
They're not really tailing you, but they're on the highway somewhere. If you take them to the Troubadour, and then you bring me the gun, I can pull some strings and get you 25. Because I still gotta pay them, because they're helping me get the gun.
I can't wait, so she knows who it is already?
She knows... No, actually, she doesn't know.
Okay, because I didn't say that it was...
Yeah, you're right, no. So, okay. Tell me who it is.
Absolutely not. You know I can't do that.
I'm gonna try to make a roll against you.
Okay.
Using P. Larson's coax. So her coax is 2. I have 2 push dice. I'm gonna draw on artistic. And here's why.
Okay.
She starts talking to you and she's like, the guy that died. His name was Charlie. He was a friend of mine.
Don't tell me his name.
His name was Charlie. Blur. His name was Charlie. And she starts talking to you about, like, the work that he was doing. He was bringing in through underground channels cybernetics to give to people that couldn't really afford to go through legitimate methods. Not like the Sin set. This was a different thing, Blur. He was like, going to schools and giving kids cyber eyes. They weren't really the nicest, but he was helping kids see. I know how much you like cybernetics, Blur. So I'm gonna make a roll. What is your cokes?
2.
Okay, do you want to up that by 1 and spend your 1 push dice?
Okay, so she's trying to convince me to help her out?
Yeah, she's gonna put an adjective on you of, like, sympathetic.
Oh, no. So I'm patient?
Okay.
So I feel like I can, like, weather that?
Yeah, alright, I'll buy that.
But...
So I gotta get a 3 or better.
And so, me being loyal towards Lauren Truba, could I use that one as well?
Well, you've only got 1 push dice, so you can only use the 1.
Oh, that's my last push dice.
But you're gonna get 1 back at the end of this because I'm spending 1 to...
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna get 1 back.
Okay.
But I'm gonna roll 3 dice right now.
Okay, and then I have to beat whatever your highest roll is?
No, because this is, yours is a reaction, so I just have to beat the number...
Beat a 3.
Beat your 3. And I've got I've got 2 5s.
Okay.
So you are sympathetic. And I'm gonna... so you're sympathetic. I have used one of those dice. Or no. I still rolled a 5, but I'm gonna make it a sticky sympathetic. And say that you get that second dice back.
Okay.
So she's tugging on your heartstrings pretty hard.
Okay. Ugh. I mean, I'm loyal to that person. Like, I feel like that would be such a breach of trust.
That's the position that you're in. The person that you respect and the person you're loyal to are now in conflict. You're sympathetic to her plight, but you're still loyal to him. So sort of the question that it all comes down to. So the big final the final set piece of this little adventure.
So
is which building is it the Troubadour or is it P. Larson's like cybernetics clinic? Which door does Carson the Blur roll up to?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask her, like I feel like she's basically my drug dealer.
Right.
Like, this is the person who gave me my cyber arm, cyber eye, reflex stimulator, and head jack.
Yep.
And, like, he's like addicted now, and she's the only one who's ever done this to him, so he's like, I feel like this is like him breaking, like, this is the drug breaking him. Like, he did not realize he was addicted until he realizes that if he doesn't go with P. Larson, then he just, like, won't get any more upgrades. So he's gonna go to P. Larson. Is it P or Pi?
I've been saying P.
P. I like P. It's so he goes to P.
Yeah.
Larson's place.
So you pull up to the clinic. The Sinset guys pull up behind you. They draw their guns and surround you, but P comes out and is like, fellas, he's cool. She takes the gun. As that's happening, I'm gonna say another car rolls up.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is the final set piece.
Oh no!
Another car rolls up, and this is a third car. This is not the cops, and this is not the Sinset guys. And two guys step out of it. One, like, a fat man and little boy situation, where one of them's real big and the other one's real skinny. Steps out of it. And the fat guy says, Dick, are these the guys that Truba told us? Is this the guy Truba told us to tail? And the other guy says, Tom, I think this is exactly the guy that Truba told us to tail. Dick, is this guy betraying Truba? Tom, I think this guy is betraying Truba. And they start to reach for guns. What do you do?
So I have 2 push dice now.
Yeah.
So I am going to... I have a stinger of my own.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. So I'm going to reach for my stinger.
Okay.
And try to shoot them before...
Okay.
Before they shoot.
So you're going to choose one of them and try to put an adjective on them.
Is there, like, a way that I can, like... Do I have to, like, do this, or can I yell, like, something at P and, like, do an action?
You can yell something. Another thing you can do is, if you want to yell something, is you can try to put an adjective of, like, loyal or mercenary or something on the sin set guys that are there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you who you want to yell at, who you want to shoot. It's all up to you, but... Like, anything you want to do, you can put an adjective on them at this moment.
Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, jeez. Okay, so, because it seems like they're loyal to P. So I'm just gonna, like, yell, like, you know, get her inside, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so they immediately...
Because, like, she's just a surgeon. Like, she's not a gun.
Yeah, this is not her scene. But, like,
right.
the Sinset guys do exactly as you say, and they kind of, like, rush her inside. They are clearly incredibly loyal to her. You kind of get the idea that she has worked with these guys before.
Right.
Or that she's done a lot of their surgeries, in the same way that she's done a lot of surgeries for you.
Right. And so, like, I also owe her already, so I feel like that was, like, the big thing. Because she's spliced some of my stuff, so, okay. So, I have, 3 dice for fight.
Okay.
So, I'm going to...
If you're going to be shooting, it's that you're going to use your shoot skill. If you're going to fight him hand to hand, you're going to use your fight skill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to use, I'm going to try to shoot the big guy.
Okay. Now let me look up real quick, because I think there's a way, I think you can choose multiple targets, and I think it might just make it more difficult, but I'm going to look that up real quick. Okay, so yeah, actually, you, if you would like, can try to, like, shoot both of them at once. Because you have an adjective like fast, and at least 1 push dice available.
So I can shoot both, like, I can try to shoot multiple shots?
Yeah, you can discharge one of your push dice.
Okay.
To essentially shoot quick enough that you shoot the both of them. Before they have a chance to act.
Okay.
So now you have 1 push dice available. And you can shoot, and if you're successful, you hit both of them.
Well, I'm just going to try to shoot one of them.
Okay.
And as I, like, run up to fight the other one.
That makes sense.
I'm better at fighting.
That makes sense, sure.
Because I'm sure it'll be harder to shoot both of them, and I'd rather get at least one of them out of the way.
Sure. So you have 2. So that means you have 2 push dice available for your for either action. So your first one. So we'll do the shooting first.
Okay.
You pull up their abilities. You're gonna want a. Are you gonna shoot the big guy or the little guy?
I'm gonna shoot the big guy because I imagine it'll be easier to take the little guy.
Okay. So you want to get at least a 3 on your shoot roll.
All right, I'm gonna use my cyber arm.
Okay.
Like one of the cyber arms to shoot better.
I'll buy that. Yeah.
All right. And so you said better, 3 or better.
Yeah, 3 or better.
5, 3, and 3.
Perfect. You put an adjective on him of... Do you want it to be fleeting or sticky?
I'm just going to be fleeting because I want to...
Okay.
I want to save this one to fight the other guy.
Great. So I will say it's an adjective of... I'm going to say scared.
Okay.
Because it's a fleeting thing, and so I don't think you... I'm going to say he ducked for cover before you shot him, but he's like hiding. Like he's making sure that he's not going to get shot.
Okay.
So now, go ahead and make your fight roll. You want to get a 4 or better on your fight. Well, technically, you want to get 3.1. The way dice work in Technoir is if you roll 2 3s, every subsequent 3 you roll becomes like 0.1.
Okay, so I have to roll at least 2 3s.
At least 2 3s or a 4, yeah.
Or a 4 or better. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to use a push dice yet. I'm gonna fight this guy though.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled 3, a 4, and a 3.
Perfect. So do you want to make this a fleeting, sticky, or permanent adjective?
I'm going to push to make this sticky, like I'm trying to knock him unconscious.
Okay. I'm
not trying to like kill him or anything.
I will go with I think unconscious is a good sticky adjective. So Dick is unconscious. Tom is like hiding behind his car as you have opened fire.
Right.
Tom is going to rush you.
Okay.
He's going to try and put an adjective on you.
Okay.
I've got 2 push dice to use. So I am going to take his... I'm going to say he's rushing you with his knife. He pulls out a knife and he rushes you with it. And he is aggressive. So I'm going to roll 5 dice.
5 dice! Okay. And so that's my fight?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't have any push dice left? Because I used...
No, you have...
Yeah, I could...
Yeah, you don't have any available for this because you discharged or spent all of them.
Okay, and I can't, like... So then I can't use fast or anything like that?
No. This is just straight your fight.
Alright, cool. Makes sense.
He is successful, but it's just going to be a fleeting thing of prone. I'm going to put it as fleeting adjective of prone.
Okay.
Because he swings at you and it knocks you off your feet, but he doesn't like stab you.
Okay.
So now you can choose to make an action at him. Actually, I'm going to say, because you're prone, I want to invoke that somehow. I want to cause some trouble for you. I'm going to have him
I have to get up.
Try to stomp you as you get up.
Okay.
But he doesn't have any dice available. He does not succeed, though, because he rolled under that 3, so no matter what he does not succeed.
Okay.
So now you can make an action on him.
I'm gonna try to knock him out as well.
Okay.
What are we doing here? Fight, right?
Yeah.
So...
You want to get at least a 3.1.
And so did I get the push dice back?
Yeah, you get your push dice back, yeah.
Is it all 3 of them, or just the one that I got back from that?
2. You've got 2 push dice right now.
Okay. So I'm going to use my cyber arm to just try to really just knock him out.
Just wallop him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So what am I trying to beat?
You want to be a 3.1, so you want at least 2 3s or a 4.
All right. I got a 5, a 4, and
Fabulous.
2 3s.
Do you want this to be fleeting, sticky, or permanent?
Now I have one more. I'm gonna do the same thing, sticky. I want to knock him out.
Okay, so he's unconscious.
Okay.
You find, so you knock him unconscious. What's your next move?
I'm just looking around the street. Is there anyone?
Anybody that was around, ran inside. These were the only 2 guys sent after you.
Okay, I'm gonna check their pockets for their car keys.
You find their car keys.
Okay, I'm gonna put them both in the trunk.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cramped because it's not a large car, but yeah, you get them both in there.
And I'm gonna I don't know if they have if there's what are those called, the ties with it's like
zip ties.
The cord. Is that what they're called?
Which one?
The ones that you use when you're moving to keep the trunk open.
Oh yeah, like a bungee cord. Yeah, those are bungee cords.
Bungee cord. Okay, I'm gonna tie their hands up.
All right.
While they're unconscious, and I'm gonna get in the car, and I'm going to just drive it, trying to think of somewhere that I can go.
Okay.
And I feel like Trisco Valdez, like, he runs a chop shop.
Yeah.
So that might be, like, a good place to go. But, like, as I'm going there, I'm going to call P. Larson.
Okay. She answers right away, like, what's up? Is everything alright?
We need to talk.
Talk away.
I have these guys unconscious, but they work for the person who
just
I owe money to.
Look, just tell me who it is.
I can't. I'm loyal to them. They've been good to me.
That's fine. Then I'm not going to ask again. I'm not gonna put you in a position.
I'm just they've seen my face. They saw me give you the gun.
Okay. Then you do what you got to do. What do you want me to do?
I need your guys to take the credit for killing these guys.
Okay. I'll talk to them. I'll see what I can do.
That's what they would have done, right?
That's they've done it. They've done it before. They are not nice men.
I can get rid of the
car. You
call.
hear in the distance in the call, "Hey!" But yeah, they're not nice people.
I just do I know like a place that's kind of like abandoned?
Yeah, like you know a few spots like that. You can find one easily enough.
I'm gonna tell her like where I'm going, like give her and have them meet me there.
Okay. That's exactly what happens. They meet up in a few minutes. It's getting close to dawn, as with all the driving and panicking. It's getting close.
Okay. And I'm just like, make it quick, and like I tell them that they're in the trunk.
Yeah. They're like, you don't want to hang out. You're not going to want to be here for this. It's not going to be pretty.
No. And I was like, I can get rid of the car.
Okay. So they take the guys, you take the car.
I go to the, I drop the car off at, Trisco Valdez Chop Shop.
Okay.
And, I'm just like, do you want to buy this? Like, I feel like he and I know each other from like way back, so he can probably tell that something is up and I need to get
for sure. Yeah, he offers, he buys it. He offers to buy it from you. Because that's just going to be invoking a favor from one of your connections.
Okay.
So yeah, he buys it from you.
Okay. And I just like kind of tell him like, you may want to piece it out. Like you probably don't want to get rid of this.
I had planned on it.
All right. And then like, so I'm going to, oh man, was this place close to?
It's close enough. It's
P. Larson?
It's close enough.
Okay. Like close enough that I could run there?
Yes, it'll be exhausting. You'll be out of breath, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then I'm going to I'm gonna run there.
Okay, you run there, you're out of breath, you're tired. It is like dawn is breaking.
I need to get the cyber legs. Like that's the next
thing. That would be really helpful for you.
Yeah, that would have been good here.
That's the addiction talking.
Right. So I get back to my car, and then I immediately drive to Lauren Trubo.
Okay. And you have the gun with you.
I what?
Do you have the gun with you or not?
No. I gave P. Larson.
Yeah. Okay. So you get to the troubadour,
and I'm going to hand him my gun.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna say, like, sorry, it took a while to find, and then someone was tailing me, but I lost them.
I'm gonna ask for one last roll. This will be the last roll of the game.
Okay.
As a coax roll to try to, like, get him to believe you.
Okay.
Put an adjective on him. He is very good at coax, so this is gonna take a 4.1 or better.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I've always been loyal, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely give you that.
I only have one push dice?
You have 2 push dice.
I have 2? Okay.
Wait, no, you knocked out the other guy. You have 1 push dice.
Right. So I've always been loyal, so I'm going to use that. So coax plus loyal.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. This is not the one to... I feel like I've rolled pretty well tonight. Alright. Oh, come on. Okay. 4, 4, and 5.
So close, but yes, you get exactly what you need. It's only fleeting, so you need to.
Yeah, because I can't make it permanent.
So you duck out of there. But before he's able to here's the closing shot.
Uh-huh.
You duck out of you hand him the gun, he hands you the money, and he's like, I'll be in touch.
I give him 2 of it back.
Okay.
I I've got to tip the valet.
You know what? Not enough people do that. Everybody always gives me all the money I give them. Nobody thinks to tip the valet. You're good.
Right.
You're a good guy. And you go out, you tip, you're off. We see you drive off into the sunset. As it's almost like the end of The Usual Suspects when he's piecing things together. You see him unwrap the gun, and it's not a Gatomatic machine pistol. And he leans back, and he's like, "That son of a," and then that's where we cut.
Jeez. Jeez.
Oh, that was awesome.
I forgot that it was a different type of gun. In all the commotion. I feel like my character forgot too.
I'm real happy about that. Oh, dang, that was fun.
That was cool. Yeah, it was intense.
I really liked that. That was good. Whew.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Is this in the same universe as the other Technoir one you did?
I don't see any reason why not.
That's pretty cool.
There's nothing in this game that undermine the other one. So yeah, I don't see why not.
Cool.
I actually almost had Faith be the one that died, and I was like, I don't know, maybe Luke might want to come back one day.
Right. Oh man, that would have really got me because I've listened to those episodes.
Yeah, I was I was leaning and I was on the fence about it. I almost went with it, and then I was like, I probably shouldn't do that to another player's character.
Right.
Dang, that was fun though. That was really good. Yeah. I really like Technoir. I like the way it generates mysteries and adventures.
Yeah. It's a interesting, and you get kind of punished for the things that you were rewarded for, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's very noir like that, where the stuff that you're good for is going to come back to bite you.
Right.
It's cool.
Real cool. Yeah. And being put in a situation where you basically have to choose between... I had to choose between whether respectful or loyal means more to my character, essentially.
Yeah, I felt real good about that choice.
That was good, yeah.
I felt real good about that choice. Well, Blackwolf, thank you so much for coming on Party of One. This was awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Jeff.
Real quick, where can people find you online?
mcblackwolf.com, twitter.com/mcblackwolf, and Facebook/mcblackwolf, Instagram/mcblackwolf. Basically all of the MC
Thanks, pass me. And thanks again to MC Blackwolf for coming on the show. Everything. That game was super fun. Excellent. Be sure to head over to mcblackwolf.com to listen to his new EP, Redacted, as well as check out videos, shows, and more. Also, be sure to follow him on Twitter at MC Blackwolf. Then, while you're on Twitter, be sure to follow this show at Party of One Pod. Then slide on over to Facebook and like the show at facebook.com/partyofonepodcast. If you want to hear more from me, be sure to check out my other podcast, All My Fantasy Children, where Aaron Catano and I take your listener prompts and turn them into beautiful, thriving role-playing game characters. In our most recent episode, we created a Mike and Ed wrestling manager named Mr. Jeans, who I am just head over heels in love with. So be sure to check that out at soundcloud.com/allmyfantasychildren and on Twitter at AMFC_podcast. If you really enjoy Party of One, consider backing us on Patreon. That money goes towards hosting fees, new equipment, and more. It goes a long way in helping the show do bigger and better things. Also, consider sharing the show with a friend. Social media shoutouts, iTunes reviews, and word-of-mouth recommendations do a ton in helping the show do bigger, better, and cooler things. Party of One is produced and edited by Jeff Stormer and Jen Frank. All music for the show comes from the song Infinite Lives by Megaran featuring the D&D Sluggers. If you'd like to inquire about advertising rates, shoot me an email at partyofonepodcast@gmail.com with advertising in the subject line. And that's all for me. Until next time, thanks for listening, and party on. Never gonna die.